Hello,
Hi.
everyone. So this is our special live. Normally on Wednesdays, I do our Market Your Message show. And so we're doing something special, something different that we've been
Yes.
asked a lot about. So this is Charity, my wife.
Hi.
Many in our community know of her,
Yes.
but she's hanging out with us today. So, hey guys, as you're popping in, I think we also shared this with the personal Facebook profile just because a lot of the people who are connected with me personally on Facebook also ask about my live stream setup. So what we're going to be doing today is doing a behind the scenes. We've got a second camera set up right over here, and we're going to be showing the setup. Now, I did not start this
You
way.
need to give that as a disclaimer because it
So
can be intimidating.
now live streaming and the setup can be a little intimidating, but we have made it so simple for me. I can literally come in here and run this by myself while I'm teaching, while I'm doing, courses, classes for the membership site, doing boot camps, virtual events. I can manage all of it right here and teach it at the same
It
time.
makes me think about that one man band.
Yes, the
That's
harmonica and
yeah,
the
that's
drums
that's
and
pretty much what you do here at your and every once in a while he'll grab his book and hold it up too. It's always like within arm's reach.
yeah. So we got some people. Go ahead and say hello, guys. We got Tom
Hi
hanging out in
Tom.
our Facebook group. Obviously, he's a Michigan fan, as you can tell.
Oh my.
And he says, peeling back the curtain. Yep, that's what we are attempting to do here. And maybe you aspire, and this is for everybody. Maybe you aspire to one day be able to teach or coach or train from your own home office and create a virtual studio. Like even right now, we're broadcasting this on Facebook profile, Facebook, a couple of our Facebook groups, Twitter, over on LinkedIn, and if you're watching on YouTube, hey, and I'll show you in a minute how we can see all of the information. So wherever you are watching from, will you do me a favor and just at least say hi so that we got a bunch of comments coming in. I can show how all the comments are stacked in.
If not, we might just start having a conversation with Tom and just
Yeah, might just be hanging out.
a quick little coaching call or
But
something.
last week I did a 3-night workshop, and each night I did some teaching, and I would show my iPad, and the iPad was on the screen, and I was, teaching through it, and the question kept coming up over and over and again. Jonathan, show us your studio. I'll say I'll do that tomorrow night, and then I forgot.
He forgot.
And then I said,
forgot.
I promise I'll do it the third night, and then I forgot. So I'm fulfilling the promise that I'm going to show you how we have this set up. This is just in a room in our house.
Yep.
And I've had this set up for about,
I don't know. This
year and a half, 2 years.
I was going to say not
maybe
as long.
a year.
I
don't
think
know.
just a year.
I think in January is when I got, some of the screens and things
Yeah.
like that. So, all right, we got some more people hanging out. And yes, thank you, Lynn, for reminding us. We have a lot of people reaching out in our community asking us
Yeah.
about the hurricane and the storm. And no, the water isn't rising yet. We are about 45 minutes inland in the Jacksonville, Florida area, so we're not right up against the coast. That's one of the major danger zones a lot of times is that major danger of the storm surge and things like that. Now, are we going to get hurricane force winds? Yes, very
We're
possible.
also on the East Coast, and it's coming up on the West.
On the west.
But I know we do have people in our community that are in South Florida, so
absolutely,
it's a big deal.
It definitely kind of stops everything. Like
schools
closed down. It's like snow days for you guys up north, with a little bit more danger attached to it.
Yes, not as fun.
And so, one of the biggest things is just when you have so much wind and the trees and electricity goes out, you don't know how long you'll be out because, the damage could be so extensive that it might take a week or two for the electricity to come back out. So having a portable generator, having some extra water and food supplies, things like that. It's kind of like tent camping in your own home for a day or two.
Which
or
I don't
longer.
really like.
No, she's not a camping gal.
But we'll be okay.
That's right. So Kevin says, praying for you guys. Stay safe. Thank you. Terry on Facebook says, glad you're safe. Praying for you all. Appreciate that. Eric's here on Facebook. Guys, go ahead and say hello. And we can say hi and pop your name up on the screen. We're doing good. We'll give you a report and let you know how we fared.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be coming kind of tonight, right? We don't know.
Tomorrow,
The rains have started.
Thursday, Friday. It started raining here, but
Yeah.
Thursday and Friday is when the winds are going to really hit for us.
There you go.
So, all right.
So hunker down.
Oh yeah, that's a family joke.
I don't know
they
what
don't know
it is.
The family joke.
I know, but they say it on the news.
Yeah. So our family
weird.
joke, and my brothers and my parents and all of the grandkids now, is we try to record as many weathermen as we can who say, and don't forget, make sure right now you start hunkering down. Just the hunker down sounds
Just
like a
weird,
funny term.
Yeah.
And so I caught the Weather Channel saying it yesterday. I sent it in. Somebody else caught another newscast saying hunker down. So
Yep.
That's what we're doing down here.
We're hunkering down.
Hunker down.
Yep.
That's the key word.
All right. We've rambled
Yes, we have.
a little bit. So.
All right. So what we're going to do two things. First thing is I want to show you and kind of talk through it. We got a second camera. Charity's going to be our camera woman.
Ooh.
And we're going to try to walk you through and explain the different parts of this. I believe in being minimalistic, but having good quality. So I try to have as minimal amount of stuff here, even wires as much as I can, and yet have everything that I need to do multi-streaming, live streaming, all the kind of cool stuff you would do at a studio. And then stick around because we're going to show you behind the scenes of our new Launch Lab 3.0. A lot of people want to know what does it look like inside as well. And we got a kind of a cool announcement that involves this gal. I'll tell you that in a minute, so stick around.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna I have like this key light that is on, so I'll probably end up turning that off so it doesn't blind you guys. I'll show you that in a second. And we're gonna turn the lights on overhead so you can see. So I'm going to flip over to the second camera, and here's the second camera. Charity is going to be, yes, we're in trouble. She's showing off the second camera. So we have a second camera. It's just kind of hooked up here.
Hey, listen, John actually cleaned today.
Yeah, I kind of cleaned up a little bit. I tried to straighten things up.
He was having company.
So I don't know if you can, but like
yes,
try
I can do whatever you want.
Try to do an angle right where I am.
Where you are? Okay.
Right here like this.
I got you.
So this is my view. Right here is my view. Oops. And I can, and so just to kind of show you a few things over here, I'm using a software. I'll show you that in a second. It's called eCam. And this is where I can see you can call it a confidence camera, but it's where you can see yourself. And also see all the comments coming in. This is right here is all the comments that are coming in from you guys. And I can scroll over here and I can click add to broadcast and boom, it pops it up on the screen. So that's how, and you can see that one's from Facebook. This is Lynn, he's hanging out over on YouTube. Some of these might be different Facebook groups or Facebook page, I'm not sure, but that's how you can pop up questions on the screen, which is really, really cool. So this is called eCam Live. You pay once a year for it. It's not that expensive, but it's only for a Mac. And then also what it does is over here on this side, it has scenes. So you can create different scenes so that you can pop up different scenarios. If I were to hit it, you guys would cease to see this second camera scene. Like for example, I'm gonna do this to Charity right now. Ah! So that's how I was able to flip over to my main camera, which is right above, right there. This is a key light. Now what's cool about this?
Turn that light off.
I will. Let's do that.
There you go.
All right, so maybe that helps a little bit. So this is a key light. This is called an Elgato key light. And I'm going to give you guys a link in just a second to everything I have here. So if you want to have something specific you want to purchase, and you want it just to set up like I have, I'll show you that link. I've put together like a little kit that shows you all the different things I have. So this is a key light, attaches to this table, which I'll talk about in a second. This camera is a DSLR. I get asked all the time, Jonathan, your picture is so clear. How is it so clear? It's like a broadcast studio clear. Well, it's not on a webcam. So like Charity right now is holding a webcam, which is okay. It's not bad, but it's not as clear as a DSLR. So this is the A6400. Again, I'll show you a link to my exact camera. And if you're going to be streaming or doing videos and like this is your jam, this is what you want to do, it is an awesome camera, one-time investment, and it's going to really help you to have, really good quality on your live streams. All right. And so right above here is a shotgun mic. That is actually what we're using right now. And this shotgun mic allows you to not have to wear a lapel or have a microphone in your face. Now, it's good, but it's not podcast quality. And so what we also have, and we'll just kind of show this over here now. What we also have is this microphone that I can swing in here, and this allows me to have a podcast mic. So this is a Rode Procaster mic. It's gonna be a couple $100, but if you're gonna do podcasts, this is a great microphone to do your podcast. And then we kind of have this Rode, I forget the name of it, Rodecaster, I think is what it's called. And it looks really, really fancy. But I only really use 2 microphones. So this one is the one I'm using right now, and I have this one actually muted. So let me do this. I want you to be able to tell the difference when I switch to the microphone. So now I'm on the podcast microphone, and you could probably hear the quality is much better. The downside to this microphone, there you are over here. The downside to this microphone is, Charity, say something.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
So Charity just said testing 1, 2, 3. You probably didn't really hear her at all. And that's because this microphone is what's called a condenser microphone. It only picks up if you're right on top of it, which is great if you have like kids and pets and dogs and you want to record your podcast, you want to do things like that, then you definitely want to pick up a condenser microphone like this. All right. That one over here, let me go back to the other. So this one right here is called a dynamic. So it's going to pick up anything that comes out from here. It's going to pick it up. That is a dynamic microphone. And I have that on so that you can hear Charity.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
And you can also hear me as well as I'm talking. So the only other, let me do a couple other things before. I'm going to actually show you behind it a little bit. But let me show you a few things that are actually on the desk. So this right here is a Mac Mini. I think it's an M1 chip. I decided to go with this because I wanted to spend more money on the actual hardware than if you paying also for their screens. So these screens right here are not from Apple. And I also have a link to these exact screens. They're a little bit curved, and I like having 2. And they're connected as well, so I can drag and drop between the 2 sides, which is really cool. And it gives me the ability to share my screen on one side. So I can share my screen over here with you guys, which I'll do in a second when we show behind the scenes on Lab. But over here, I can still see your comments. I can still see my video. So it's nice having 2 screens. And they're really not that expensive to be able to do that along with a Mac Mini with my keyboard and mouse here. Now, the other thing that I eventually got to was this Stream Deck. Now, this Stream Deck, what it allows you to do is program these buttons so that you can change scenes, you can do different things. So when I'm on the show here, if I click this, you'll see what'll happen. If I click the main camera, now I'm back here to my camera. There's Charity, right? And then if I go here, now I'm showing the screen. I'm actually clicking the buttons that are on here. So let me go back to Charity's camera. Where are you, Charity? Second cam, there it is. All right. And so this is really cool because you can program this. And so when you're doing live, you can just push the buttons and it'll show the different scenes that you can build right over here. You can build them, name them whatever you want. You can duplicate and add in graphics or whatever you want. So that's really cool. And then finally, this is a question I get asked a lot, is the iPad right here which I'll show you in a second how I do that, but it's just really connected into the computer. And you can create a scene on here that allows you to do that. In fact, let me just go ahead and show you. Hopefully this will work, if it'll pop in there. And so what I did is I created a scene that shows my iPad kind of half and half screen. And then whenever I'm teaching, I can teach while you guys see it. And I think this is incredibly interactive, especially if you're building out worksheets and things that you're teaching, because you can still see me as the presenter, but you're able to like draw and diagram or do things that everyone else sees live, and it keeps them engaged. And so that is how we did that. All right, going back to the second cam, the last thing, and then if you guys have questions, by the way, ask your questions below. I keep looking here because I'm used to it. If you've got questions, if you want me to explain something more, I can.
You scroll it?
And yes, I can. Make sure we got questions coming in.
Okay.
And so we will answer a few of those questions. Go ahead and ask those questions. But the last thing I want to say is this desk. So I picked up this desk a couple years ago, and I got it from IKEA. So you can see my portable air conditioner over there now.
This room gets so hot there.
Yeah, so little thing about this particular room, it's up over the garage. The downside is in Florida during the summer, even if the rest of the home is cooled, it's still just slightly warm in here. And especially if I have the door closed and I'm doing some teaching
your light on,
and my light that's on, this room can get hot. So I bought a portable air conditioner that I can just cool down just this room, which actually going to work out handy for us if we lose electricity, because we'll be able to run the portable air conditioner in one room only with the generator if we lose power with the hurricane.
Did you finish with the desk?
So the desk I got from IKEA. I only paid maybe $200, I'm thinking. But what I love about it is it has this ability to go up and down. So I'm standing right now, but now I'm lowering it and then bringing it back up. So when I'm live streaming, I like to stand. It just creates more energy, more interaction when you're standing. But sometimes if I'm writing or I'm working on a book, writing a book, and I want to sit, I can lower it as well. The other little ninja trick, I think Charity told me this, and she's shaking her head like, no, don't say this. But I just think this is the coolest thing ever, is my kids had those carpet sliders. Have you ever seen those carpet sliders? Those carpet sliders that you can put on your shoe and just slide across the carpet. Well, they got a little bit older. They weren't using them as much. So I took the carpet sliders and I attached them to the bottom of my desk down here. You see that right here? So guess what I can do? I can slide my desk around anywhere I want to. So show back up here.
Oh, I just showed your slippers.
I know. I'm hanging out at home. Why not have slippers? So I can slide this desk. You see it? Can you show the desk?
Oh.
How easy it is. No, not down there. Just right here. The desk.
I'm sure.
Not the ground. And I can just slide this around and I can put this in any direction I want.
You might have messed up your view on your other
So
camera.
what I want to do is I want to pull it this way because I just want to show the back side real quick. So we're going to go to the back side.
You need to go behind me.
I'll let you go over there, and then that way I can kind of see what you're showing.
I have no idea.
So wire management's always difficult. This is about the best I can do because there's lots of wires here. Let me just point out a few things. This right here is what can connect. Think of this like it would be like a multi-plug. What do you call that? Extension, surge protector. Power strip, surge protector. It's got lots of names. But think of it like that. It serves that purpose. And so there's something that's going to the camera up here from that. There's something that's going over to the microphone for that. So buying one of these, this allows you to put in your USB and your USB-C, your internet. The internet goes directly in here. It's just kind of a hub for different connections. Even connecting the second camera with a USB, connecting my iPad. This is what this thing allows you to do, which is really cool. You can get them for 70 to $100, and it's definitely worth the investment for sure. But then notice how the camera is hooked to the desk.
Can you make sure I have it on the screen?
Yeah, you do. Make
Okay.
sure the camera is hooked to the desk and the light is hooked to the desk. And the reason why that's important, and you can stop showing that now. I think it's enough of showing there. The reason why that isn't so important is because when I lower the desk, I don't have to also adjust my camera. Like once I have my camera set, my main camera set, regardless if I'm standing or sitting, it's right where I want it to be, and the light is there as well. So yeah, let's see if we got any questions, and maybe we'll pop it over to the main camera now, and you can turn off. Let me turn back this on, put this on, and go back to the main camera right here. And our dog is not happy, one of our dogs, because we're in here and she can't be in here. All right, let's see if we got some quick questions here from anyone. I see a lot of comments on the
About the
hurricane.
hurricane.
What's the name of the mic arm stand?
Uh,
So it's just a generic one, Tom. Honestly, it's just a podcast
you probably
stand,
have
but
a link for
it
it.
does hook to the desk. I do have a link to it that I'm going to show you in just a second. A link to all the stuff that I use. Do you use a simple iPad and the bigger size iPad? This is just a regular size iPad.
A newer one, I guess.
It's fairly new. I wouldn't say it's the latest one, but it's probably 2 years old, maybe 3 at the most. What do you need to connect the iPad? So what you need to do is it's really just hooked into that hub. So the hub puts in a USB and then the lightning bolt cable's on the other side. And what that does with Ecamm is it recognizes it as another camera. So really when I'm displaying this right here, it's just I'm displaying the camera. And then I have different options for how I want to display it. Like I can do this right here, and I could switch that. So let's swap it. And so now I've got that angle view. And if I want to take it completely off or add in another camera, see, I'm doing all kinds of stuff
Wait,
now.
where am I? Hello?
You can add in different cameras, you can do different things, and of course I'm messing it all up now, but I'll fix it later. So yeah, that's how you do that. Brand of the stands for screens and cameras. So for the camera and I have a link to that as well. It's called Elgato. So it's an Elgato. It'll hook to a desk. You just tighten it down, and it's great for the camera. It actually would be great even if you don't have a fancy DSLR camera. It's great for a webcam too. You can just screw on the webcam on that as well. Yeah, you can let her in if you want. All right, let me show you the link to the kit. So right here, if you go to jmill.biz/livestreamkit, and let me show my screen. This is what the link looks like. Come here, and this is all the stuff. Camera, a webcam that I recommend. Here's the desk mount, the key light. This is the computer I'm using. This is the monitor. This is the thing that connects it all together. Here's the microphones. I mean, everything. Now, please don't feel like you gotta go buy all this unless you have the money to just set up your studio right the first time and you want to invest in your business. This is what you need. I've done all the research for you. Just go get all this stuff and set it up. But you can also scale up over time, which is totally fine as well. Not a big deal at all. So there you go. Let me show you that link one more time. I may have done that a little too fast. So right here is jmill.biz/livestreamkit, all one word. And that'll get you to looking at the exact stuff that I'm using in my business. Tom says, boy, my Christmas list is getting some additions today. Yeah, there you go. you just send that link to people if they want to know things that you want for Christmas, right? I think that's a great idea. Very cool desk with the ability to raise and lower it. What does the key light do? Any dimmer functionality? Yes. So you can actually program, remember I showed you this Stream Deck right here? You can actually program it on here too. So like I can hit this button, go down a little bit, up, up again until I get it right, which is really cool, but you don't have to do it with the Stream Deck. You can also, it gives you controls on your computer desktop to find the right lighting. So it actually has like a dimmer switch to get that just that right lighting that you want to have. Yes, so it does have a dimmer functionality, if that was your question, Kevin. Absolutely. Between all the platforms you use, YouTube, Facebook, which one do you find to be the most effective? Yeah, that's a good question, Sandra. They all have different advantages and disadvantages. Um, I personally think YouTube is the easiest. So you can send a link in an email for people to come watch you on YouTube, and they don't need a YouTube account. It's just click the link and they can instantly start watching. With Facebook, it's do they have a Facebook account? It makes them log into the account. If you are streaming into a Facebook group, they need to be a part of the Facebook group to watch it. Now, that can also be a good thing because people will request to join your Facebook group because they want to see that live video. So that can also be a reason to get people to join. But Facebook's a little bit clunkier to me than YouTube. I think YouTube is just so simple. Like anybody can click on the link that you send them. They don't even have to be logged in. They don't have to have a YouTube account, and they're watching you. So if you just want them to watch you and be able to view you live, YouTube can be one of the easier ones for sure. LinkedIn's great if it's just kind of brand new. They're just kind of getting it out to everybody. If you want to do LinkedIn, I think that's great if your audience is LinkedIn. I do stream to Twitter. I've got, a decent amount of followers on Twitter, but I don't get as much interaction on the live videos. So I don't know if that's just, people are there just to read short little updates and quotes and things, not really hang out watching streaming. But I do stream there as well. Oops, sorry about that. Kind of the idea though is with multicasting is you're trying to catch people when they're already hanging out on platforms. So what I like to do is multi-stream because I'm catching a bunch of people who are hanging out on the platforms and they just stumble across the fact that I'm live, or sometimes it will show, hey, so and so's live. Like some of you are here. Some of you are here because I sent an email out and said, come see behind the scenes. Some of you are here because you just happen to be hanging out on Facebook or YouTube and you saw that I was live, right? So it can capture both people like that. I think that's really important that you can be intentional with sending an email to your list to get them to come watch your live, but you can also catch people if you're multi-streaming. Now, Ecamm used to not have the multi-stream feature. It's actually pretty brand new. It's still in beta. You used to have a separate service that you paid about $30 a month for to multi-stream. But Ecamm Live now has multi-streaming available so that I can be multiple places at once without having to pay extra for a separate service, which is really cool. All right, then now I'm going to transition to behind the scenes of Launch Lab 3.0. Here is the link to Lab. This is a brand new updated version. We've completely updated the members area and some of what we're doing now. And so if you want to check it out, it's open until Thursday night. Go to joinlabnow.com, joinlabnow.com. But I want to give you right now a quick behind the scenes peek because this is really cool. So who is Messenger Launch Lab for? It is for aspiring writers, coaches, course creators, speakers. If you want to build a platform online, you want to make money through writing books, creating courses, hosting workshops, paid workshops, doing live streaming, blogging, podcasting, YouTube videos. You've got a message to share. This is for you. We just introduced our 5 stages to the Launch Lab. And so let me show you a quick behind the scenes. And also for your current lab members, I know many of you are already on lab, we'll give you a sneak peek as well. Kevin says, where did you print your market your message sign on the wall? Yeah, I didn't get a chance to talk about this. This is all Charity's doing. So we chose an 80s theme. And so what Charity did is she took the logo and actually sent it to Walgreens and just had them print, I think it's called an architecture canvas or something like that. And then she just framed it. So any of you could do that. If you've got a logo, you can just send it to Walgreens and do something like that as well. All right. Yes. So Charity's just checking in with me. She's got a dog sitting duty because they are we're starting to get a little bit more wind and rain here. Nothing too severe yet, but our dogs get funny. I don't know if you have pets, they get funny when the weather gets funny. But let me just show you real quick some of what we're up to. So this is inside of our Launch Lab 3.0. And this main news feed is where you can come and post your questions, post things that you're working on. We also give you regular updates. So for example, we just released a new social media planner. It's a 38-page planner right inside of Lab. And so you got people commenting, excited about this. It's a place where you can let us know a little bit about your background and we can help you and support you in building your business. So we got just this main news feed. We love this. Better than Facebook, in my opinion. So this is great. We're constantly looking and supporting you. I'm looking at this every day to try to figure out how to support you in your business. Also, over here in the courses section is where a lot of the heart of the content is. Let me just refresh this page. And inside of this course area, we've got a new hidden mystery membership. It's going to be a $7 membership coming up in November. It's a mystery right now, but all lab members who join us by this Thursday night are going to get free membership into this. Let me just say it's going to be awesome. Our team is working hard on this. It's going to be awesome. But as a lab member, you get this for free. The Messenger Launch Lab is kind of the heart of where we support you and help you. And the goal is we want to help you find which of the 5 stages you're at and then help you to progress through those stages. So we have this quick start course. It's a short course, but it's got our Messenger launch plan, which is right here. And this Messenger launch plan has 5 stages to it. So the first one is audience. If you don't know who your audience is or you're not sure, you need to be diving into all of the content in Lab, the worksheets, the planners, the workbooks, on understanding who your audience is. If you know who your audience is, then congratulations, you're at stage 2. And that's really dialing in your message. Are you clear about your message? And does your audience think your message is clear? It's important that you get clear on your message. Then that moves to offers. So what are you going to sell in your business? And we teach over 12 different income streams, but you don't need to do all 12. You need to find at least 2 or 3 that are going to match your needs. And so this section is all about figuring out your pricing, figuring out your products. Are you going to do coaching, online courses, a membership site, write books? Figuring out that product suite is what we help you with at stage 3. Stage 4 is your plan. So how do you officially set this thing up as a business? Should you be an LLC? Should you be a sole proprietor? Should you, what are your values? What's your vision for your business? There's 5 different types of plans that we teach and helping you really get clear on your business. And then stage 5 is build. This is the part where a lot of people get tripped up. It's the tech part. Like, am I going to build on WordPress? Am I going to build on Kajabi, something else? We've got different tools for you there. And then, of course, you launch. And so this is a mini course to help you go through this. We've also got a brand new Messenger platform assessment where you can, and if you're current lab members, you should go do this like today. go take this 7-question assessment and it'll tell you which of the 5 stages you need to start at. And then I'm going to come back to this new launch kit that we are doing. I'm really excited about this. But depending on what stage you're at, you're going to come down here and there's classes, there's worksheets, there's quizzes, there's a lot of different things. And we're going to be building more in here from stage 1 audience, message, offer, plan. And then under stage 5, we've broken it into general principles around building your platform. We're going to have a whole section of tutorial videos on Kajabi for you Kajabi users. We're also introducing System.io, which is a cheaper alternative to Kajabi. We're going to have full tutorials there. And then stage 5 is all going to be about social media. In fact, that's where you can get our new social media planner. Now, the thing that we're doing that's different for Lab is we are actually introducing launch kits. So the first Friday of every month, we're going to open up the new launch kit. So what's in a launch kit? Launch kit is going to have a planner, it might have a workbook, it might have a couple of mini classes, a journal, and more. And so this new one, we're calling October Business Clarity Month. Whether you're trying to figure out if your idea can be a business, or you just need to get a little bit more clarity on your own audience and offers and message, that is what the Business Clarity Month is all about, is really helping you with that. And so just to show you an example over here, let me just scroll down. Here's an example of some of what we've got coming up. So October is going to be Business Clarity Launch Kit. We're going to give you a 30-day journal. It's going to have a journal prompt for each day that you can journal over 30 days and get a little bit clearer on your business, your vision, your audience. We have a couple classes. We have a couple of other worksheets as well. So that's going to be really fun. That's what we're going to be doing first. November is going to be the Social Media Engagement Launch Kit. So if you've been wanting to grow your followers or just increase your engagement, we're going to really deep dive into the planner, helping you set up a doable schedule so that you don't get overwhelmed, helping you decide which social media platform you should be on. And also we're going to have some Canva-ready social media templates to make it real easy to create your own brand colors and a social media post, training videos, tool reviews, and more. And then in December, we're going to do the online course in a weekend launch kit. So if you just want to get something up for sale, you're just wanting to have a mini course to officially have something somebody could buy on your website, this is going to be your month, because we're going to have a workbook to help you map out your modules and your lessons, some simple training, and really simple tech, easy tech to actually get your course up for sale, even using a free platform to sell your course. So that is a preview of what we're going to be covering this quarter. If any of those sound good to you, then what I want to encourage you to do is go check out this page, joinlabnow.com, and you can jump in for just $45, and it's month to month. You can cancel at any time. We even give you a 30-day money-back guarantee on it. There's also an annual option if some of you want to save some money. And there is a lifetime deal that we've made available where you could say, Jonathan, I am in. I want the lifetime deal. That's available as well. Last thing, and then I'll answer any questions you might have, is beyond what we're doing with the launch kits, we also have the Growth Vault, which this is where all of our classes to date are. This is like Netflix for writers, speakers, and coaches. We have probably north of 80 some classes in here about everything. So you can literally come in here. You can also search up here at the top. So if you come up here at the top and you were to search ad, and you want to see what classes has Jonathan taught about starting to run ads. Here's 3 Facebook ad strategies for beginners class. How to grow your list using Facebook ads, and then just some more posts that talk about that as well. So you can come search in here, but there's lots of classes in here. They're really driven around 3 primary categories, and that is Traffic, how to get more traffic. We all want more traffic. Leads, how do you grow that email list? And sales, how do you actually earn money? So if you want some more ideas around how you earn money, these are all classes, different ways that you can earn money with your message. It's all in here. The Answers Vault is a bunch of the past live Q&A classes that I've done that you can go and search that Answers Vault. And then we've got some bonuses if you join this time around. The 90-Day Power System is a time management system for writers, coaches, and speakers. We have a Discover Your Message challenge that you can follow in 14 days and really nail in your message. A 21-day Build Your Platform challenge. And then for you WordPress people, we've got about 30 some videos on using WordPress. Whew. All right. So again, I know I've talked a lot. If you want to check this out, we are open for enrollment until Thursday, tomorrow night at midnight. And then we're going to close the doors and focus the next couple months on those launch kits, helping you get business clarity in October, helping you increase your social media following in November, and get something for sale in a course in December. So let me know what you guys think. I know we got a lot of lab members that are here right now. What do you guys think of the new lab? Is this exciting? Do you like this? Tom says the new lab 3.0 is going to be huge for me. Can't wait to learn the system.io stuff. Absolutely. Oh, Charity clarified for me. She had to step out, but she is still here. The logo was printed as poster at Office Depot. So I had that wrong. Poster at Office Depot or Office Max or whatever your printing office supply store. See if they do poster size. The key is you want to make sure that your image can be expanded out. So typically that's a PNG file for the most part, and choosing print if you can choose between print and digital so that it will still look good blown up. Phil, I keep hearing System.io is cheaper, but is it as good as Kajabi? You know, Phil, yes and no. So there's certain things that's a little bit easier than Kajabi, but Kajabi is still great. I still use Kajabi. I just want to give people both, two different options. Here's the truth. The truth is no platform is going to be perfect. There's going to be stuff that System does better than Kajabi. For example, I'll give you one example. The ability to edit the pages is a little bit easier and intuitive over Kajabi. Now, that being said, for people, I know, Phil, you're doing a lot of like helping people with getting on Kajabi and doing things with Kajabi. Sometimes where there's complication, there's opportunity for us, right? So for people who struggle with a little bit with the page editor and resizing images and moving this block and that block and making it look good and this and that, there's opportunity to get paid to help people make their Kajabi look good. But there's things that Kajabi does that System doesn't. But System also can do things that are more simple than Kajabi as well. So again, no tool is perfect, but for some people, it is a decent alternative for sure. Kevin says, new Lab 3.0 looks awesome. Thanks, Jared and Jonathan. You're welcome. Phil says, looking forward to all the new stuff you shared with us. Awesome. Terry says, looks great. Very helpful. Let's see here. Just want to make sure I'm not missing any questions here. Looks like we got those questions answered. If I did miss your question, I apologize. Again, we got comments coming on from Facebook, YouTube, and then you guys are having conversation too. So just trying to make sure that I'm not missing anything. If not, we will wrap this up. Let's see. Perfect. I think that's it. So guys, once again, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed that behind the scenes look into how we have this live stream studio set up. I think moving forward, if you're going to have an online business, it's going to become more and more live and intimate. So just like when I first started, there was blogging. There wasn't really podcasting. There was a few people who were really audio technician people that understood podcasting, but it was way complicated back in 2009. And then I started seeing podcasting started to grow. So what did I do? I started jumping into podcasting. I had to learn podcasting, right? And then YouTube started getting to a place where like you could upload a video that was 15 minutes long and it did not take. In fact, I remember when YouTube, you could only upload videos up to 15 minutes, especially with a newer account. And then they started releasing, the ability to like upload unlimited, right? And then the videos got a little bit clearer. And then platforms started introducing live streaming, and now that's become a norm. And so you need to evolve and grow as technology evolves. As hard as it is, I know, because it's like I got to learn something new, but that is what we got to do to get our message out. And so I evolved from blogging to podcasting to doing YouTube videos to ultimately learning how to do live streaming. And you can do that too. I knew none of this stuff. You can do it too. And if you don't know how or you don't have a guide, then join us for Launch Lab, right? So this is the kind of stuff that we do inside of Launch Lab, is to help you to set up a studio to help you with blogging or podcasting or YouTube videos. So again, go to joinlabnow.com. You can join until tomorrow night at midnight, and then we will close the doors and focus on getting results for our members. All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here, hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. I hope this has been good for you. Is Ecamm Live the best software? Absolutely, hands down. In my opinion, again, it's only a Mac tool, but Kevin, I also use it for recording course videos. It has a record only feature, which is awesome. So you could do the record only feature, and I could record, think like show my iPad, have different screens built, show stuff. So I don't have to do a whole lot of editing afterwards. And I could go from full screen to sharing my screen. I mean, full camera to sharing my screen. And I could do all that in a recording. Whereas back in the past, I would have to edit all that in Camtasia. I'd have to record. I remember I recorded my screen and I recorded my video, and then I'd have to edit which of those I showed because I had two different recordings put together. And I had to take the audio, which was separate, and put it in and like sync it up with my words on my mouth. Oh, we don't have to do all that, right? You could have something like Ecamm Live, set up your course content, hit record, you're recording it for your courses, and there is no post-production. You're good. Upload that baby to Kajabi or Mighty Networks or System, and that course video is done and ready for people to consume. So I love that. All right. Tom, in the Launch Lab, it says not available for purchase. Is it open? Yeah, so Tom, Charity will reach out to you on the platform. We've had a few people, and we're looking into this, a few people who are current lab members that say they can't get to it. So we are investigating that. I would like to see if other lab members would try to see if they can click on that. In fact, I'll show you real quick. If any of you are current lab members, log in and see if you can click on this and see if it'll allow you to view it. If it doesn't, click this little chat feature up here and message me or Charity, and we'll figure this out. We can give you individual access, but we're going to figure it out for everybody else.
Click on it real quick, because I think it just means, oh, yours looks different.
Yeah. I'm an admin, so mine might look different.
But on mine, it says that like a button, but then I can still see the courses. So I'm curious if he scrolls down, if he can still see the courses. Even though it says that, it's not for sale for him because he already has it. I'm just curious.
I gotcha. Yeah, so try to click on this and see if you can get into it, and let us know if you can't reach out to us as well. All right, that is it. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. I hope this was helpful. And if you are in the path of the hurricane, our prayers are with you. And yes, we're in Florida, but we've got a plan. We're going to be okay, but we will update our community and let you know how we are doing. So take care, everybody. Hope you have a great day. Bye bye.